feeling? Nah, I'm not gonna be ratchet in this video, but I'm back. I didn't make a video in forever. It's the whole, like, the summer is over. It's the end of the summer. It's August, end of August. How y'all been? What's up? What's going on with y'all? I'm about to fill y'all in on what's going on with me. Anyways, this video I'm gonna talk about, oh, their TV is extremely loud. Yeah, don't mind my background. That's the only thing that's gonna keep them quiet. Super silent. But anyway, I'm making y'all a video for y'all in on my life. I'm gonna be answering a lot of questions that I get asked on a regular by like my friends, people on social media. For the record, no, I'm not pregnant. Yes, I do have a gut. Every time I sit down, I have a gut. Cause my last video, people hit me up like, sis, you got something you wanna tell us? You having another baby? No, just leftover baby fat from the 3 kids I had. But yes, let's get to answering some questions. So I don't know if people think I give good advice or whatever, which I feel like I give pretty good advice because I've been through so much stuff. Like, and it's like when people go through it and they ask me like my opinion or what you think about this, what you think about that, I feel like I can kind of help them out only because it's like I've been through it, so I know like what's gonna come next or what to expect next because you can't predict the future, but I know, you know, stuff like that. So some of the questions I get asked is, if you can tell your younger self something, what would it be? Younger me was, you don't even want to know. But if I could tell my younger self something, I would go back to the time about when I was about 15 or 16, because that's kind of like when I started like feeling myself, you know, thinking I'm grown and all that, and being outside, hanging out late, talking to boys, talking to guys. But if I could tell my younger self anything, it would be, don't be naive. Stay focused on whatever you put your mind to or whatever you want to do. Stay focused on it. Like, don't let nobody distract you. Alright, press the next one. Don't let nobody distract you from, like, nothing you have in your mind. Because I used to be the type of person, like, once I put my mind to something or, like, I get a goal or I set a goal, I go for it and I don't stop, like, mad ambitious. But it's like when you go through stuff, like, that change and that change you. But if I could tell my younger self something, yeah, it would probably be stay focused. Don't be naive. Pay attention to people's habits. Don't let nobody use you. I used to let a lot of people use me. I don't know why. But I'm a little bit more knowledgeable now than I was when I was younger. And then it's like a lot, I did a lot of stupidness from like 16 to like, from 15 to like, I want to say 25. I did stupidness. Like at 25 is when my brain, they say, you know what I learned in school, they say the brain doesn't fully develop until the age of 25. And I believe it because until I was 25, I used to make some of the dumbest fucking decisions you can make. I mean, I still do make stupid decisions, but not as bad as before 25. It's like once I turned 25, something in my brain just like snapped like, sis, stop doing stupidness. A lot of people ask, am I single? I'm laughing because me and my friends, like our group chats just be so lit. But for the record, I am single. Am I dating? Yes, I am dating, but I am single. Don't have a boyfriend. Am I looking for a boyfriend? Not really. I'm still working on me trying to be a like good person myself and a good like other half. I can't be a good other half if I'm not a good girlfriend myself. Like a good person myself. I'm not saying like I'm a bad person, but yeah, I'm still working to make sure I'm good before I get in a relationship. Kaylee, I'm in the middle of making a YouTube video. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, thanks. So watch Super Saiyan. Yeah, I'm still working on me trying to make sure I'm good. And not only that, honey, I'm still having fun. Like, I was with my baby father for so many years, and I done been through so much stuff. And it's like, now that I'm free, I can say whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. I don't got to answer to nobody. I don't have to explain why I didn't answer my phone for 2 days. Because guess what? If I don't feel like answering you, I don't have to answer you. If I don't want to explain to you that I'm leaving town to go here, guess what? I ain't got to tell you. That's one of the best parts about being single. And I kind of like that freedom because not only that, like I said in one of my other videos, when you have kids, you can't just like go boyfriend to boyfriend or like just have different guys like in and out or around your kids. Like when you have kids, it's like you're not by yourself. If I was single, I probably would have had a boyfriend or 2 or 3 by now. Like, but right now I'm just having fun. So yes, I am single. Another question: did you want kids? You hear that? You hear that? I think that answers my question. But did I want kids? I did want kids. It always switches depending on what I'm going through in my life, that answer, because it's like when I first started out having kids, when I had Kay, I was young. I was so young, and it was like I didn't know the first thing about. I'm lying. I didn't know about kids because I helped my mama raise her kids, but that's because she had to work. Like it was just her, so she had to work. So of course, me being like the second oldest, I'm kind of like the second mommy of the house, so I gotta help her out. Here, go give it to Kaylee. I gotta help her out with my younger siblings, so it's like I was like their second mom, so I kind of helped with raising my siblings. So I knew about babies, but like I didn't know how to take care of a baby of my own baby. So it's like when I first had Kay, I was like, nah, I don't want no more kids. But then when by the time they get like 2 or 3, where they could walk by themselves, talk by themselves, eat by themselves, and then finally get potty trained, you feel like, oh, I got baby fever. So it's like after Kay, yes, I did have baby fever for a while, but me and their dad agreed, like, not until we're 25, we ain't having no more kids. So I had Kaylee, and like I told y'all about that in a previous video. Like that was one of the most craziest times of my life, with the postpartum depression and the cheating and the making babies and everything else. But I got through that. After Kaylee though, the amount of depression I went through, I was like, I'm never in life having kids again. I don't want kids. But at the same time, I didn't get on birth control. Or did I? No, I didn't. After Kaylee, I waited a long time because I didn't get a period for a long time. And I found out that's because I was breastfeeding. So it took me 9 months before I actually got a period after Kaylee. So I wasn't worried about having more kids. But no, I didn't want more kids. I promised myself. I have a son. I have a daughter. I've been through mad stress just with their dad alone. Having those 2, I would never have another kid. And then homeboy snuck up on me. So we embraced him and accepted him. But I didn't want more kids after Kaylee. I honestly, so like I said, when I first started out, that answer changes. It goes up and down. When I first had Kay, I'm like, nah, I just want Kay, blah, blah, blah. Then I was like, you know what? Because I had plans on getting married or the whole 9 yards. I'm like, I want 4 kids. 4 kids to make it even and done. I want 2 boys, 2 girls. I mean, I'm still eligible for 1 more kid, but the way these kids treat me, I don't think I'm ever in life having another kid. You see, I can't even make this video in peace, but it's okay. People ask me, how do you balance work and school with the kids? That is so hard. Like, y'all don't even understand. From the time I went back to school when I was pregnant with Bubba until I graduated in June, my life was hectic. Like, it's so hard. Like, you gotta work because I have a crib, I have kids, I gotta pay for my crib, I gotta pay for my car, I gotta take care of my kids. So it's like, I have to work. At the same time, I want my degree. Like, I don't want to live in New York forever, but I feel like if you move out of New York, like to the south or something, you better have some type of degree. You don't have to. I'm not downplaying nobody that don't have it, but like if you want to be comfortable and not worry about work and stuff and be like stressed about work, you better have some type of degree if you want to move out of town. So I'm just like, I don't want to live in New York forever. I do want to get some degrees. What you want, boo-boo? You can't. I'm recording on that. I do want to have some type of degree and get out of town. So I'm like, yo, I want to go back to school. I want to finish this. Like, I've been trying since I had kids. And I never got to finish because it's like I always stop. Every time I go through something in my life, I always have to stop. And because I don't be focused. So it's like, what's the point of going if I'm not going to get A's and B's? Like, I'm not going to be focused. I'm just going to fail the class. That's a waste of my time. But it's really, 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 really hard, especially if you're a single parent like me. Like, I get the minimum help. Thank you to everybody that does help me with my kids. Their grandmothers help me out. My siblings help me out OD. Their dad's sisters help me out OD. The daycare, I'm not even going to get started with the daycare. Like, they really, really help me out, and I'm really, really grateful. My best friend Nay, she helps helps me out a lot as well because hunger like to cook. I hate cooking. So she'll come any given time like, ooh, I feel like cooking. Let's make something to eat. Let's make something to eat means Naya's gonna make a feast. And yeah, we just gonna eat. But I'm very grateful. I don't want to act like nobody don't help me, blah, blah, blah. I'm very grateful for the help that I get. But like I said, it's minimum because everybody have their own life. Like, you know what I had to learn, like, from having kids? You cannot be mad that people don't want to watch your kids. You cannot be mad that people cannot help you because guess what? People got their own life. They got their careers that they trying to jumpstart. They got they stuff they trying to accomplish. You got people trying to start businesses, trying to get through their businesses. They don't have time to sit there and babysit your kids that you decided to have. So it's like, honestly, you really can't be mad at nobody but the person you had kids with. But it's really hard juggling it. Like I have to get a babysitter for after hours because sometimes I have a late work schedule, or I have to find somebody to watch them on weekends because I have to pick weekend classes because I just had to work all week. Like, you know, it's just really, really hard. And like, if I could tell anybody to help anybody out as far as something like that, I would tell you, like, if you want to actually enjoy life while going to school, not be stressed, or at least work and go to school and like stay focused, just wait until at least you get your first degree to have kids. Like, don't rush and have kids. And you know what else I learned from having kids and from having kids young? Make sure the person you have kids with, you know their mental health state. Make sure you know their way of thinking about things in life and their way of like how they are, like what their mindset is like make sure you know that before you actually give somebody a child, because it's a lot when you give somebody a child. Y'all could be the best of friends before you have a baby, and then it's like you have a baby and then that's when you really learn their way of thinking, or that's when you really learn their mental health status. Like, make sure you know who you having kids with. Like, don't just have kids with them because, oh, they look good, they good in bed or something like that. You got to know their way of thinking, like their whole mindset, because you will be so surprised at how some of these guys' mindset is. It's like, what? You think that's okay? Or like, what? Stop touching my titties. Or like, what? That's okay to you? Or like something like, wait, so seeing your kid once in a blue moon and not on a regular, or speaking to them here and there when you feel like it is normal? Wow. So yeah, just make sure you know somebody's mindset and their mental health, like, before you have kids with them. What is your relationship like with your parents? My mom is literally my best friend. If you have me on social media, social network, whatever, then you know I call my mom for everything. Like, I said that before in another video, so y'all already know that. Like, my mom is my best friend. Like, if I fall short on something, I can call my mom. Mom, I don't have enough. I have to do this. And she'll be like, oh, Shaquana, do you want me to cash app it? Or, you know, are you going to come pick it up? Like, I could call my mother for anything. Or I could call my mother and be like, oh, Mom, this happened and I'm sad. And she'll give me like a coach. She'll coach me, give me a pep talk. Like, yo, get your shit together. All right? You got kids. Or like, yo, shit happens. Get it together. Keep it moving. Like, I love my mom. My dad, I'm not gonna act like I hate him or anything, because I don't hate my dad. I love my dad to death. I kind of wish we had a better relationship, but he was not in my life growing up. Now he is. Like, he literally lived 5 minutes away. Anytime I want to see him, I could just be like, here, coming through. Or like, here, come up the block, whatever, come see me and the kids. Like, it's not a problem. Like, I could call him anytime or whatever. I'm pretty sure I could call him, talk about anything. He's mad cool, laid back or whatever. Like, I love him. Like, we don't have a relationship like me and my mom, because again, he was not there when I was growing up. It was just my mom. But we are mad cool now. I love him. I don't have no hate for him. We cool. We regular. But my mom is my best friend. The next question that people always ask me. Do you hate your kid's dad? I don't know how to answer that, because hate is a strong word. And I don't hate nobody, because hate, it takes a lot. It's draining. Hating someone is draining. And what's wrong with you? It takes takes a lot to hate someone, and it's draining, and it affects you mentally hating someone. I don't have it in me to just walk around hating people. Do I dislike him a lot? Yes, I do dislike him a lot. And it's not even because of like me, like, oh, I'm so mad. It's nothing like that. It's because of like how the relationship is with our kids. Like before, Kay used to be like his bestie, like his best friend. Like he used to take Kay anywhere he go, he taking Kay. If he outside chilling on the block, Kay chilling on the block too. I remember it was to a point when Kay was little. He used to have my baby on the block with him. He used to be playing dice. And I used to have to tell him and his friend, don't use my damn baby for y'all dice. Because when he used to take Kay, he used to be winning in dice. Or they used to be like, yo, Kay, blow on the dice, blow on the dice. And they used to be winning this stuff. So I used to be telling him, don't make my baby do no stupidness like that. But he used to take Kay everywhere with him. Like, I didn't really have too much of a problem. Like, Kay was his best friend. But then it's like, after we had Kaylee, he was around for Kaylee. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he was there for the most part, whatever. And then it was like after that, like when Kaylee was a few months, is when everything just kind of like went left. It was like, I don't know, like they both stopped. Like he wanted to do his own thing. I don't know. I don't hate him. I just dislike him for the relationship he has with my kids now. It's like a no relationship type thing. It's like everything and everyone else come first, and if I have time, then I'll have time for them. If not, oh well. It's not a let me call and see how my kids is doing type thing. Like, you know, I'm not trying to bash him or nothing, but that's just the only problem I have with him. Like the reason I don't care for him. What made you have 3 kids by him then? Again, like I said in the beginning of this video when I first started, if I could tell my younger self something, I would like explain to my younger self to like let go and don't be dumb. Like, I don't want to say I was dumb because I kind of knew better. I knew right from wrong. Like, after the first kid, everything was fine. Like, we didn't have no problems. Even after Kaylee, it's not until after Kaylee when all the problems started, because it's like that's when he finally admitted to me that he had another baby or whatever that's not by me and everything. So it's like, you know. And then the third kid, like I said, he kind of just popped out the woodworks because I was at, like, I have reached a point where I don't want you. I'm not attracted to you. Like, the sex was just good. Like, I don't want you as my man. I don't think you're my man. I'm not attracted to you or nothing. Like, the sex was just good. I mean, I've been having sex with him since I was 16. So, of course, that's going to be somebody that, like, I will always, not now, but, like, that was somebody, like, I will always go back and have sex with. So, Bubba just kind of came out the woodworks, and I was not getting an abortion, like, because you're mad that you got me pregnant, I should get an abortion. Not happening. And I didn't want to get an abortion. That's why. Like, I feel like, why do I need to get an abortion? Like I said, the first 2 kids, we had no problems when we had the first 2 kids, even though it's like I heard rumors. But whatever, but when we had the first 2 kids, I didn't have no problems. So it's not only the 3rd kid. I don't know what would make me, but yeah, I just wasn't getting no abortion. Would you ever forgive him for everything you did? Honestly, I've already forgave him because, as I stated, hating somebody is too draining. It takes too much out of you. Me not forgiving him is draining myself, and it's causing a strain on me. And it's like, why wouldn't I forgive you? I didn't forgive you to take you back or to sleep with you again or to be with you or nothing like that. Like, I forgave him for myself to release that energy out of my brain. Like, you get in space in my brain. How they say it? You renting space in my head for free? Like, nah, me holding on to the hate, the anger, he still pisses me off till this day. Like, till this day, I would call this man phone and tell him, like, stop playing me before I spit on you. Like, that's how bad it get. But I've been forgave him for everything he did. Like, the amount of stuff he put me and my kids through. Like, I've been forgave him for that. But like I said, I didn't forgive him for him. I forgave him for me, so I can have peace in my life and move on. Because me being so angry, walking around mad because, oh, my baby father did me wrong, it's not getting me nowhere. So I have no choice but to forgive him. Stop. Was it hard finding an apartment? Yes, this is New York City. It's very hard finding an apartment in New York City. Something a lot of people don't know about me is I actually went into the shelter with my kids because I was tired of, like, living with people and living with his family. But what people don't know is I did not get this apartment because of the shelter. Like, I've been before I ever went in the shelter, I've been applied for it. It's just so happened during my stay in the shelter, they actually called me back like, hey, we got an apartment for you. It's not like the shelter reached out or gave me a program or nothing like that. Like, my rent is straight out my pocket. It's not like the shelter paid my rent, they gave me the apartment because I was in the shelter. Stop! I didn't get the apartment through the shelter. That's what a lot of people don't know. And for the people that feels like the shelter system is so bad, it's really not. It's all what you make of it. If you go in there and you don't want to do nothing with yourself, then you're just going to be in a shelter. When I went in a shelter, I had everything together. The only thing I did not have is an apartment, and that's the whole point of me going in there. But I was only in there for 4 months before this apartment called me. So I didn't even get a chance to get no programs, no nothing like that. Like, I got this apartment pretty much on my own from consistently applying. And I am very grateful for my apartment. If you can go anywhere in the world, go play with that with Kaylee. Give it to Kaylee. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would it be? I'm dying to go to Africa and Dubai. That's two places that I really want to go. Africa because I want to learn about the culture and everything else. Because I remember growing up, like when I was little, like people used to make fun of like Africans, and it's like, I don't know, we all black, but us